Hi guys, this is Sydney. So in this video today, I wanted to share with you how you can deal with difficult energies that are around, especially people with negative thinking, negative patterning, narcissistic patterning, and how you can stay centered while you are around these environments or energies, I would say. The channel message that I was guided to share for this video was that you are the eye of the storm. So at this time, based on the energy I have been tapping into, we are going through a lot of deep emotional purging right now with the intensity of energy that is rising in the collective, in the energetic field. So that had been coming up since full moon in Aries. So Aries is very much filled with energy of passion, intensity, initiation, charging ahead. And with this really intense fire energy, what I was channeling was that you could use this fire energy to transmute any negative energies or experiences that you may be having at this moment. And it could come in through a form of negative thoughts, because a lot of these lower vibrational souls or unconscious people that are in narcissistic patterning, what they do is they do anything to trigger people around. They do this unconsciously because what happens is they have a lot of shame within themselves, that their chakra is very much blocked, especially their lower chakra. So they operate constantly on fear. So the motivator for them is fear. And deep down, they have a lot of fear of rejection, fear of being ignored, being abandoned. So they experience a lot of feeling not heard, not seen, that I don't matter, at the end of the day. So they don't really feel good about themselves deep down. And to cope with that inner trauma, I would say, or that pain, is through feeling superior or feeling right, or receiving attention from other people. And so this could play out in many different ways. And in this video, I'm not going to go too much into details of narcissistic tendencies, the personality types. And this is one of the shadow aspect this humanity is dealing with very much so at this time. So I want you to just be aware of this, and that what they do is they will try to trigger you through irritation, agitation, blaming, judging, projecting, or even overly pleasing, exaggeration, or being overly agreeable, nice, doing you favors, all this, I would say, showering you with love in order to receive something in return, but it was just means to an end again. So these things could play out, and if you interact with them, what happens is you take on the energy of that frustration, because at the end of the day, the motivation is the fear. The motivation is not love. So the connection or the interaction, the basis of it is fear instead of love, that at the end of the day you will start to feel frustration or feel agitation. And that's how we receive or absorb their energy. So right now, there's a lot of those negative energies that are coming up to the surface in the collective from what I tapped into. And we are given a lot of energetic support with the full moon in Aries right now, meaning the energies that are coming out down is so intense that it could penetrate really deeper and deeper layers into our energy field, so that we could purge out all these things from the bottom to the surface at this time. So that's why you could experience really intensity, in a sense that you may feel suddenly feelings of anger or agitation or frustration arising out of nowhere. You could just wake up feeling these emotions, and it just needs to come out and purge out. So you could do some clearing, cleansing, and rituals, meditation, grounding in nature is very effective. And you could be in a situation where you're interacting with certain people, and while you were interacting, you didn't realize it, but a day passed, 2 days passed, the energy has been stored, so it is starting to come out, and you may experience these emotions. So at the end of the day, from what I tapped into, beneath the anger is the grief, and beneath the grief is the fear. And these patternings are playing out, especially in regards to narcissistic tendencies. It's because it's hard for anybody to change their thinking or change them to look at it in another perspective, because their chakra is so blocked and they've been disconnecting from themselves in order to not feel the pain that they went through, so they shut off. So they're in a freeze state in a way. And because they have so much shame in their lower chakras and insecurities, facing their negative aspect or the shadow aspect could even grow this fear that they already have even stronger, and they're so afraid to look at themselves. So right now, unless something happens in their life that's going to really wake them up, trying to convince them, trying to educate them, trying to help them change and shift, from what I tapped into, everyone is going to wake up according to their own timeline and their soul's willingness, because we have free will on this planet right now. So it's not our job to try to change these people or try to, in a way, help them out, but we have to really be discerning whether I'm trying to fix or trying to help or trying to overextend my energy. Because if you are watching this video and connecting with my energy right now through this video, especially, you are very much likely that you are already awakened in a sense, meaning you are willing to face your truth, whether it's the shadow aspect, the light aspect. You may be playing out some of these patterns yourself, but you are very much willing to face these aspects within yourself, even though it's difficult for you. You want to grow through these experiences. That's what I'm getting right now. So that's the major difference. Because when we say raising our vibration, we think that we are just clearing up energies and then doing all this Reiki and clearing. This is a supportive measure, I would say. So at the end of the day, we use these supportive tools, but in order for us to liberate, meaning truth liberates. So to liberate ourselves, we need to shift our perspective, meaning expand our perspective. Unless that happens, we are going to constantly get triggered and play out these same patterns. And what I see is it's like a repeating cycle. I cleanse and I don't change. I cleanse and I don't change. You see? So that's where you may feel like I'm not progressing, or I feel stuck even though I do all this spiritual practice, meditate. It's because you need to really shift your perspective. And in order to shift our perspective, what we need to do is we need to be the observer. So that's why the theme came up as you are the eye of the storm, meaning all the storm, the chaos, the drama that's going on around you through negativity. You don't have to get into it and then get in that storm. You see, when you are centered, You are the eye here, third eye, watching what is happening, what is playing out, all the dramas, negativity, the chaos, the judgment, narcissistic tendencies that are constantly trying to get your energy through getting attention from you, whether it's positive or negative. That's all based on fear. You see? So it's not from the place of love. So if you are hearing this and if you resonate that I sometimes do that too, then instead of judging yourself, shaming yourself, blaming yourself once again, because that's only going to block your chakra, and that could be your old patterning that you learn to survive. So now when you resonate with this, just recognize your own patterns and realize, that was what I was doing. My motivator was fear when I do something, when I choose to do something. So now you're going to shift into consciously, every time I do something, I'm going to first align my energy that makes sure that it's coming from a place of love rather than fear. So you're not connecting or talking to someone because you're afraid if you don't contact them, they're not going to like you, for example. You're going to honor and care for yourself first, and then make sure your energy is aligned in love and joy. And then you bring that energy to anybody that you're interacting with. You see, so that's the fifth dimensional energy. So that's what we are going to move into. And that will be the basis of all the energies that we are going to live by in the new golden age. But right now we are clearing a lot of these fear energies. So I would say observe is the key here. So take a step back instead of reacting or trying to say something, because in that moment you entangle your energy and then you interact and you feed their negativity. Because why we say that is because the moment you start to, you see, that's not what it is and blah, 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 this is what it is and you should blah, blah, blah. Then in that moment, your attention, simply meaning your energy, is all in there. It's feeding that negative entities, negative energies power. You see? So that's why silence and detachment in that moment could preserve your energy to your center rather than reaching out, overextend yourself, try to fix them, meaning you may think that you may want to help them. And so this could be a new perspective shift, because we learn that we need to help these people, we need to bring out compassion and empathy, but we are now here to exercise discernment, because we need to stay in love and light for these people as well at the end of the day. So I want you to look at it from a bigger picture, that we are adding the love and light anguish to the collective by us staying in love and light. That's how we can help them more effective at this time, rather than trying to help them change the way they see things or the way they feel and perceive and behave, because they have to do it themselves. And what comes up is we cannot babysit them. It's not our job, because we are a sovereign being. They need to learn how to take responsibility for how they feel instead of blaming others, projecting, lashing out, because they don't know how to regulate their emotions, because they just shut off. All the chakras are blocked. They're very much in survival. And so at this time, simply detach, remove yourself from a situation or conversation, do not engage further, and then simply focus your attention on something else. that is in alignment with love and light. So gratitude works the best and quickest in that moment. So say, thank you, universe. Thank you for this interaction. What can I learn from this right now? And then when you say it, what happens is when you are in that state of gratitude, you align yourself to your higher self, meaning now you can bring your higher perspective of the situation and shed light on the situation rather than be consumed by the darkness. You see? And we are learning about darkness at the same time. So, what can I learn about this? So, you can become a student of life in that moment, I would say. And the person or the situation that's challenging for you, you can shift your perspective, meaning expand your perspective, meaning raise your vibration in that sense. So raising vibration basically means you're activating your heart center, and it starts to radiate this light, and it goes faster and faster and faster. That's why we say lower and higher in frequency, but in actually when you look at it from an energetic standpoint, that's just the human language that we use as terms, but it's just expanding all around, and we refer to that as raising our vibration. So in order for us to activate that, we need to shift our perspective. And to shift our perspective, we need to be in a stance of observer of all this matrix that you were once in. You're no longer in that matrix. So you're now observing everything, eye of the storm, and then you're sitting still and you observe and you learn. What can I learn from this? And in that moment, you go into your soul. So it's not your ego operating in that moment. It's your soul, higher self operating in that moment and observing. What can I learn? And then with that, you're going to have some insights. Oh, I realize this is what I played and that's what it is and blah, blah, blah. So with these insights and new awareness, you expand your perspective, the spectrum of your perspective. And with that, what happens is you're not entangled, meaning you are not identifying yourself with these energies. And so you are staying sovereign, independent. And that's how you can be the eye in the storm right now. And so because of that, I wanted to help you. I wanted to help those of you who may be in such situation or experiencing deep purging right now, dealing with their own trauma. I recorded a video before with the Shurangama mantra that's very effective for removing negative energies or entities around, clearing up your energy body, also your home or your space that you're in. And I did some energy work to bring your energy up to your soul star, and also using crystal Reiki to clear up some energies that are negative or lower in vibrations, and to bring higher consciousness to yourself at this time. So I'm going to put that video in a separate one and put it on YouTube. So if you resonate with this message and if you're pulled to get that clearing, you can go and watch. I'm going to put the link down below in the description box. So I hope this message helps, and that you are never alone if you're in a difficult situation or in isolation during this time of awakening yourself, doing your shadow work. You're always supported, protected, guided, and whenever you feel scared of any attacks, any things that you have in mind, say, I'm always safe, I'm always protected, I'm always guided, I'm in the right place at the right time. And the moment you say it is how powerful you are. You shift your energy, you radiate light, And that is going to put you out of that perspective of someone trying to harm you and attack you, which is all just the conditioning from the fear motivator that we've been living under. So I hope this message helps you today, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.